We've heard that the shipping and aviation emissions are not well covered by Kyoto in a previous interview. Land transport, and we're talking about cargo and urban passenger services, are also not well covered by Kyoto. What is the problem?
Well, transport as a sector really did very, very badly in Kyoto. First of all, when Kyoto was actually conceived, if you like, transport wasn't such of a problem. And it was seen very closely linked to development. Even today it's seen as being closely linked to development, but we have to now decouple that link. And so all of the mechanisms within the Kyoto Protocol really don't work for transport, whether you're talking about aviation, maritime, land, freight, passenger, they don't work. So we have to accept that fact. CDM has delivered a minuscule amount of carbon tons reduction from the whole of the CDM, with an enormous effort from transport. So we're looking for new mechanisms, and one of the things we're really looking for is to try and find some ways of financing low carbon pathways for the developing world.
And what ideas do you have as far as that financing goes? Where will that money come from, and how will that be applied?
Well, there are obviously lots of different ways that it could come, because there are different streams of financing that are being created at the moment, and this is one of the major outcomes, I think, for Durban that we're all expecting. From the transport perspective, I work for the Transport Research Foundation, which is part of a multi-stakeholder partnership entitled Bridging the Gap, which tries to bridge the gap between land transport and the climate change negotiations. And we've been really actively following this process now since COP9. In Durban, what makes it a little bit different is that there are opportunities, even within the transport sector, looking at bunker fuels and aviation emissions, to possibly find ways of reinvesting those credits back into the transport system in developing world, to get them into a kind of new framework that would allow them to take the decisions that would stimulate a better approach to a more sustainable transport system, both for passenger and for freight, and get them to use a bundle of different activities and a bundle of different measures and policies that would slowly remove them from being just 99% based on fossil fuel.
And have you had any kind of feedback, any response in these early days of COP17 as to whether people will be receptive to these ideas?
Not yet. I think that's still, we're only on the very beginning, so we've not actually had any real breakthroughs in any way. But we have seen over the last 2 or 3 years, first of all, the parties themselves are now including transport more and more in their NAMAs, these National Appropriate Mitigation Actions. And transport actually is very, very appropriate to that, whereas it doesn't work for JI or for CDM. It can work in NAMAs. So we see that there's a great potential there. There is some very first possible transport NAMAs, if you like, coming out of possibly Colombia, and Mexico is also working on it. As the sector is working on getting the measurement and reporting of the emissions avoided or the emissions not taking place a little bit stronger, and this is part of the sector's commitment as well. So the next step would be to really try and get some more financing. So there's talk, of course, of sectorial windows in this new Green Climate Fund, and we would really push very strongly for having a transport window in that, with allocations for the different subsectors of transport, because they're so different. Urban is very, very different to intercity. Rail is different to ground cars and lorries. So it's a very complex sector. So that's really what we would look for.
Okay, great, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.